And so I hope that you will enjoy his comments as much as we enjoyed them yesterday at our board meeting.
So you flick it on and go to the right?
Yeah, just push the right
Is
button.
it already on?
Do you want to stand or do you want to carry?
Stand.
Okay, then it's back in there.
So let's see if I can get this going. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. I really enjoyed the meal tonight. The pork was great. I don't know who made that, but that was awesome. Let's see. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself first. My name is Scott Martin. I work for SMUD. I'm the manager of resource planning and pricing. Part of what I do is design the rates and tariffs that customers pay in Sacramento, so I'm probably one of the least liked people around, right? But it is a fun job, and I love working for SMUD. It's a great place to work and a great organization. So just to tell you a little bit about it, SMUD is a community-owned resource, really. It's a business without shareholders. We're not for profit. We have a 7-member elected board, which all of you elect. And our board president is here today, Renee Taylor. I think she's out there somewhere. Yeah, she's over there. So she already got a clap, but anyway, call her out again. We can do another clap for you too, Renee, if you want. But glad to have her here today. And really what our objectives are is to benefit the community. I mean, we try and keep our rates as low as possible and try and provide services that are of value to the community and keep our services reliable as we can. So that's what we do with the revenues we receive. We released a report in April. It's called the General Manager's Report and Recommendations on Rates. It's a big, long sentence, but really what it is just a description about some of the proposed changes that we're going to be making to some of our prices. There's some key drivers that are going on in the energy industry that are really causing this to occur. One is that the energy industry is maturing, and we expect there to be a lot more technology available to customers and a lot more choice that's going to come along with that technology. So there'll be things like home automation coming out, where maybe you could use your smartphone to help manage some of your uses, like turning off the lights when your teenagers leave them on. I have that problem in my house all the time. Love to have a smartphone device to be able to do that. Managing your air conditioning use when you go out to the movies, things like that, that we expect to be coming along in the future. In addition to those, more distributed generation, things like solar, which is already available, but we expect those prices to continue to come down and make it more widespread. And then in addition to that, we see a lot of change in the automobile industry. A lot of the major automobile manufacturers coming out with plug-in hybrids or electric vehicles, which we expect in the future to really become commonplace. So there's a number of changes going on. We want to make sure our prices are aligned with providing benefits to you when you decide to invest in some of these things in the future. In addition to that, we'd like to align our prices with our costs better. We have some things in our rates that are creating subsidies. A lot of our fixed costs, and if you think about fixed costs, you think about wires and poles and transformers and stuff, you see that deliver energy, those are kind of the fixed costs of the system. A lot of those fixed costs are collected through our energy rates, our variable rates. So there's kind of a disconnect there. We want to try and fix that a little bit. In addition, our small commercial rates are currently just one flat price throughout the whole summer for the vast majority of our small commercial customers. And the reality is energy markets don't price things in just one flat price. It changes frequently. In fact, it's kind of like an hourly market. Every hour the market clears and there's a new price. And when it gets expensive in the summer, when it's hot, prices go up. And when we pay, say, $100 a megawatt hour for some energy on the market to supply to a customer that's only paying $50 a megawatt hour for that energy, there's that $50 that doesn't get paid, and we need to collect that from someone else. So there's some subsidies that occur there. So we want to try and eliminate those. And then, again, our prices, we're really trying to change them to align to the future and to better, reflect the cost with the price of energy. So what are some of the proposals? Well, residential and commercial rates, we're proposing to take our summertime period, which is currently defined as 6 months, shrink it down to 4 months. Okay, so you'd have just a 4-month summer period from June to September. And then also raise up the fixed charges in our rates and lower the usage charges. Again, this whole proposal doesn't bring any new revenues to SMUD at all. We're not collecting any additional revenues from this. When we raise the fixed charge, we're lowering those usage charges so that it offsets, so that there's, on net, no change in revenues to SMUD. In addition to that, for the residential group, there's a subset of our residential customers that are on our program called Energy Assistance Program Rate. It has an income qualification to it, and we're proposing to cap the benefits on that rate and then take any savings that we get from capping and provide those savings back to the customers that stay below that cap. Okay, so we expect that about 90% of our customers in this group are going to stay below that cap and actually get additional benefits, more money back, and lower bills. Okay, for our commercial group, in addition to, like I mentioned, raising up the fixed charges and lowering those usage charges, we're also going to be instituting time of use pricing for them from 3 to 6 p.m. on weekdays only, not on the weekends, but on weekdays, 3 to 6 p.m. We'll have higher prices. And then the rest of the time, we'll have much lower prices, so 21 hours a day. The net effect, again, overall, no change in revenues. We expect very small impacts to customers, very little impact. Just to give you a perspective on where we stand relative to some other utilities that are around in the state, before these proposals take effect, our average bill is about $91 if you're using about 750 kilowatt hours a month, which is about the average residential customer. It will be about $91 after these changes, so you can see there's really no net difference. And then you can see where we stand against some of the other utilities that are in the state, including other municipal utilities and other investor-owned utilities. And SMUD is still going to be well below in terms of our pricing than most of the other utilities within the state. So with that, I think that's about all I've got, but we do want to hear from you. We've got 2 more public hearings. One is on Tuesday, May 24th at 10 a.m. in the morning. The next is on Thursday, June 16th at 9 a.m. in the morning. We definitely invite all of you to attend. We'd love to see some of you there. If you have any additional questions before that, you can certainly email us at the email address there, rates@smud.org, or you can call us at our commercial contact center, our residential contact center. The numbers are listed there, and if you want any energy efficiency tips or program ideas or things like that, those are great numbers to call. So thank you. Appreciate your time, and I don't want to take any more time away from Senator Gaines. So.